Hello everyone and welcome to Shimmy Time! Today's craft is all about the Pentecost. The Pentecost is celebrated 50 days after Easter Sunday. It is where the Holy Spirit was sent upon the apostles and all the followers of Jesus Christ. This historical moment was the birth of church. So today we are going to make a mobile dove as the Holy Spirit and with fire of love. So I'm going to show you what it's actually supposed to look like, so stay tuned. And also what you'll need for making it. And last but not least, if you need some help, which I think you may do because we are using some scissors, please ask your parents or your mum or your dad or an older sibling to help you make this craft. So to start off with, we need to draw the template of our dove on the back of this paper plate, okay? So the paper plate can be any size, but you only need one. And that's the front, that's the back. So you turn it over. You start off by drawing 2 lines down each side of the plate. This is to basically make our wings. I like to make them slightly curved, just like that, if you can see that. What I'll do, I also do it in a marker so you can see it. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to draw the head as a circle in the middle. Then we will draw the body as a half circle on each side, like that. So this is the head, this is the body. And then the tail will come out as like a triangle, sort of. Yeah, cool. So once you have that on your plate, now you'll get your scissors. And firstly, you would like to cut off, that's the wings on either side. So once you have finished cutting, you should have 2 pieces for the wings and you'll have the body. Cut the body out in 1 piece. Hopefully. Again, make sure you move your fingers out the way and take your time. There we are, and coming up to the end of it now. So you have the body. So, as you can see, the part where the actual plate goes out, that's where the tail, that's the front, and what you've drawn on is the back, okay? So now, what we would like to do is attach the wings to the body. But before we do that, we're going to draw the face of the bird. Now you need to do is grab your marker or a pen, and I'm going to put some eyes on here. So a circle for the eyes and the beak, which is an upside down triangle, and just a line at the bottom, and then draw the feet with some claws. Just like this, okay? If you have more craft stuff in your craft box, like I have, I've got some googly eyes here. So I'm going to use 2 googly eyes as my eyes for the bird. What you want to do is use, if you're using the eyes, use some PVA glue or a Pritt stick. Otherwise, you can just draw your eyes on. The last one there. And this is how it will look. Okay, so now we're going to colour in the beak, which is orange. So I'm just going to get my pen. So I'm going to use this pen and colour in my beak. And I think I'm going to just colour in the feet as well orange. I don't know why. It makes it nice and bright. And that is how it will look. Now, if you didn't know, around that same time of celebration, they were actually doing a harvest. So I'm actually going to make some wheat, or a little bit of wheat. This is some cardboard, any old cardboard. The thick kind is the best that you can get from boxes, and a toothpick. Okay, so what you need to do is draw on your cardboard hearts, yeah, attaching each heart to itself. And then a top piece like that. So if you draw hearts like that, and then what you're going to do is draw a stem, top and bottom, and then you're going to cut that out. And then you just press it out nice and flat. You can draw a little bit more on it if you want to make it a bit more realistic by drawing some lines on the wheat itself. Like so. Close the pen. And then you're going to get your toothpick and you're going to slowly insert it into the cardboard at the bottom of your wheat. And that is how it should look. So a little bit of wheat, just like that. If you want to make it a little bit more secure, you can wrap some sellotape around that. So how do we get the wheat, which we're going to put it in the dove's beak? How do we get it in there, I hear you ask? So we're going to get that scrap of cardboard that we had. We're going to place it underneath the, you can see that, we're going to place it underneath the dove's head. And let's move this stuff out of the way. So you can place it underneath the dove's head, and we're just going to put 2 holes either side of the dove's beak. So you can use your pencil, a nice sharp pencil. So we're just going to put 1 hole, nice and sharp, and another. And then I'm just going to use my pencil and make sure that's widened a little bit. Just like that. And then what you want to do is feed the toothpick in the hole. So in 1 hole on the right. And then you want to push it through the left. Just like that. This next part is a little bit tricky, but you know, take your time. Again, we're going to use the stapler. All right, so making sure those fingers are out the way. We're going to put the dove's wing at the back of the dove's back, okay, with this rippled part of the plate at the bottom, just like the tail. And you're going to take the other wing and place it on the back and make sure that the 2 parts cross at the back of the head, okay? Then you're going to take, first of all, you can use sellotape for this if it's a little bit easier, but I just find using a stapler helps it to be secure a little bit more. You're going to use the stapler by pushing it through both wings at the back and clipping them together just like that so that they're secure. So you might see the 2 little staples here, but that's fine. And just to be a little bit more secure, you can use the stapler once again and do it. I normally will turn it this way and do it just behind the neck of the bird. So 1 there, and I'll just do the other one in my hand here. Just like that. Okay, so that's nice and secure now. Now what we're going to do is the ribbons or the string where the fire is going to be on. Now that I have found some ribbon, you can use any colour you want, but I so happen to have red, yellow and oranges, or you can actually use some string if that's what you have at home. Anything that you can hang the fire or the flame pieces on. So these are the ribbons. So what you just need to do, what I've done so far, is I've cut them at different lengths. I'm going to use some sellotape to attach my pieces of ribbon at the back of my dove. So what you want to do is just pull a little bit of sellotape. It's good if you have sellotape holders. Otherwise, again, ask your parents or your older sibling to do this part. and just cut off a little bit of sellotape like this and just place it somewhere where you can use it quickly. These down now. I'm going to use my yellow ribbon first, and I'm just going to place it on the back of my dove, and I'm going to take a little bit of sticky tape, sellotape, and just stick it down like that. Okay, so that's the front and that's the back. So I'm going to put 8 ribbons, and I'll tell you why in a bit. Once you've finished, you should have something that looks like this, okay? So you should have some string, so you could use this string, or if you have coloured ribbon hanging off the back of your dove. So all I've done is just sellotaped it all at the back, just like that. So now that we have our hanging ribbons off of our dove, all we need now, 2 more things. We need something to hang it on, so we could again use a piece of string to attach it from here to here, or we can use a hanger hook, so get it off the hanger, which I'll show you in a minute. But now we're going to go straight on to our fire. Now, if you don't have coloured card like myself, which you can use by the way, then the alternative is to paint, which is my favourite medium in art. So what I'm going to do is get a brush. I have here some coloured paints. I've put red, orange, yellow and gold into my palette, and I don't think I'm going to use any water at this stage. I'm just going to dab my brush into the yellow. So I'm going to start off with the lightest colour first, and then use my cardboard here that I have. So I'll just use one piece, put that rest on the side. And then I'm just going to draw a flame. So it's kind of like a raindrop. A flame. So once you have your yellow, you're going to dip it in the orange, and you're just going to go around the yellow with your orange. And again, you kind of want to blend this out as much as you can. You've done your orange, it should look like this. And then you can just add in some red. So you can just flicker some red going around. I like to stay around, and I'll tell you why. We need to keep the centre as yellow as possible, because we're going to write some words on these flames. So you're going to want to just add the red like this. A smaller brush, a very tiny brush, dab it into the gold, and then again with the gold, you just want to flicker this around, in and around your flame. Just like this. You have done your flame. You want to make sure this stays and it gets dry. So you leave it for about maybe 10 to 15 to 20 minutes. Maybe not so long. Just touch it and see if it's dry. Cut them out and then come back. Once you have done your 8 flames, okay, these are my 8 flames here, and you've done them, you've let them dry, you've cut them out, you're now going to write, basically 7 of those are going to have the gifts that the Holy Spirit has sent. So from my knowledge, we have wisdom. So if you can get yourself a black pen or marker and you write wisdom on one of your flames, this way. So for the 8th one is actually, because it was the 50th day after Easter, Easter Sunday that is, we're going to write 50. Just to remind us. It's time now to add our flames to the ribbons that's hanging off our dove. So as you can pick up one of your flames, making sure that it's facing towards you. So that's the front of the dove, and then you can just pop it on each and the end of each one of these ribbons or strings that you've used. I've also added some feathers that I had in my craft set, so you can become a little bit more creative and add other things if you want to, that goes with the colours or that goes with the theme. Obviously the feathers for the bird, for the dove. So guys, this is the dove representing the Holy Spirit, with all the wonderful 7 gifts from the Spirit that was sent down to the apostles and to us. So I look forward to seeing your Holy Spirit, and if you would love to post your pictures of any of the crafts that I have made and today's craft, which is this, onto our Facebook page, that will be great. So until next time on Shivvy Time, take care. Bye.